Conspiracy theorists bemoan lack of intrigue in world politics as rulers of Earth simply wage war, murder people, and rape the planet all day, every day. In your face. Climate change deniers seek compensation for having to listen to sane, rational, intelligent people claiming it infringes their right to a private, myopic insanity. In the UK, BBC News abandons impartial journalism in favour of Tory arselicking and cocksucking as they report council elections as big loss for both parties. Hello, impartial observers. Welcome to the fucking news. I'm coming in your face. Here are tonight's top stories. Remember when world events were manipulated behind the scenes by a few wealthy families? Remember when you had to try and figure out what was the hidden agenda as wars raged and assassinations happened and proxy puppet governments came and went like Star Wars movies at a multiplex? Well, not anymore, because now shit just be getting done. Nobody's pretending anything anymore. General Sisi overthrew the democratically elected government of Egypt because Israel didn't like them. Russia annexed Ukraine because it wanted to. Trump grabs pussy because he can. And Britain sells bombs to Saudi Arabia to bomb children in Yemen because it's good for business. Here's our special report from Conspiracy Clown.
Hey, I'm Conspiracy Clown because it's not enough your government are lying, murdering scum. Now they can do whatever they want with impunity. Hey, fucking hey. Pearl Harbor, the Reichstag, the Gulf of Tonkin, the Kennedy assassination, 9/11, 7/7, Uncle Tom Cobley and all. Wasn't it great when there was some doubt about what really happened? When implausible narratives were repeated endlessly by complicit cocksucking media whores, so that the general populace couldn't quite nail what was really going on. Popular culture was awash with books about the Illuminati, banker overlords, satanic mason woo, and reptilian royal bloodline wankery. Not anymore, no sorry, Bob. You can't even pretend there's a backstory anymore. Hey, fucking hey. That's all done now. It's been replaced by a kind of, who gives a fuck? Just kill them all and sell me another cold brewski. Nobody gives a fuck. Nobody gives a fuck. Nobody gives a fuck who gets bombed or why, just as long as it's not us. Right? Hey, fucking hey! So, there's no need for complex narratives about the war on terror or national security. We just arm all the bad fuckers on our side and they bomb whoever they want. Right? Is there anyone who doesn't know ISIS are funded by Saudi Arabia? Is there anyone who doesn't know Egypt is a proxy US airbase? Does anybody believe the downfall of Gaddafi and his soon-to-be replacement General Haftar is anything but business as usual? By our lords and does anyone believe Pope Ratzinger, remember him, is hiding in the Vatican because he's too unhealthy to stand trial for child abuse? Too unhealthy to discharge his duties as Pope. There are no conspiracies anymore because they don't care what you believe. They just be doing it and you all be sucking it up. They got your number, they know what. A job, earning just enough money to buy a more high definition TV to watch adverts for the beer you've already got in your fridge. A faster internet connection so you can shop the planet to death at light speed whilst you wank off to porn while you're doing it. In fact, your rulers so don't give a fuck anymore. The next time something really unbelievable happens, it probably is aliens. Till next time, be well, be free, be happy.
Conspiracy Clown there, and there will be much more on that story later. Lawyers for climate change deniers on Earth are bringing a class action suit for compensation to end what they call the biggest injustice on Earth. As a giant snowball of evidence crushed any rational argument for denying anthropogenic global warming sometime in the noughties, climate change deniers have employed ever more bizarre and retarded arguments to defend their drooling insanity. Legal representatives for the retarded moron idiot fucks at the centre of this irrelevant cultural sideshow claim their clients are entitled to a private life of entrenched, illogical, perverse belief, no matter how unsupported those views are by science, reason, knowledge, rational belief, or just plain old horse sense. A lawyer for one total fuckwit didn't say, if my client wants to claim climate change as a communist agenda to destroy Western capitalism, while the biggest communist state on earth, China, is simultaneously the greatest producer and consumer of products and private capital investment, they should have that right to a private life of utter dumbness. Likewise, if my client wants to claim the reason for banning the internal combustion engine is because batteries will be really expensive and the Masons and or Illuminati own all of the battery mines, well, it's their God-given right to be such an anus. Other bizarre arguments, such as plants need CO2 and it's the sun, which display a total ignorance of science, should be viewed as akin to their religious belief. After all, if we can dispute Darwin using gobbledygook, there ain't nothing we can't pour more on juice on and call a club sandwich. Proponents of AGW should be prevented from maligning my clients or insulting their intelligence with facts, logic, reason, science, or any other functioning rationale. After all, if one is free to believe in a sky daddy who created everything and sits on a cloud watching you masturbate, my client should have the right to believe other totally wacky shit. I rest my case. In the UK, BBC News journalists have abandoned mathematical precision and unbiased neutral reporting for a giant shitty lie so big the steam could power television centre for a week. Local elections took place in the UK on the 2nd of May across England to elect mayors, councillors and local councils. The numerically accurate results detailing which parties lost or won a certain number of seats are as follows. The Tories lost 1,278 council seats. Labour lost 86. Which is odd, because if you watched and or listened to the BBC, you might get the impression some kind of parity of voter backlash had happened. The widely reported losses of both big parties, the catchphrase voter backlash against main parties, etc., might give you the impression that the Tories were just as unpopular as Labour at the polls. But wait a minute, big losses by main parties? 1,278 versus 86? That's not parity. It's a Tory catastrophe. It's a devastating, face-slapping, vote-crushing defeat for the Tories, with Labour losing a few here and there. Isn't it? Isn't it? Maybe I'd be crap as a journalist, or I'm just not very good at maths, but it does seem on the face of it that the Tories lost a vast number of councillors and a significant number of councils. Not similar, not an equal backlash against each of the main parties at all. It's almost as if the BBC watched another election whose results we haven't seen. Either that, or they are lying Tory, arse-licking, cocksucking scumbags with Theresa May's pants over their faces so they can sniff Conservative gusset juice whilst writing their biased and inaccurate copy. Thanks, and now the weather. The planet's fucked, it's your fault, and it's getting worse. Have a nice weekend!